is up, YouTube? I'm back here with my supercharged Subaru Impreza FB20, and today I had gotten some really cheap eBay little headlights, and I'm curious to see the quality of it. So let's go ahead and unbox it, and then I'll walk us through another tutorial of the build and get to it. All right, so this is how it looks like in the box that I got. Again, it was like, I think, 20 bucks on eBay. That's what they look like. They look promising. Some of like the LED bulbs I've had in the past have had kind of like a fan wired to it to cool it. So we'll see how well this works. I'm curious. Very cheap mod. I was just kind of done with the freaking like halogen stock bulbs. So we'll go ahead and swap out. I'm pretty sure these are for the high beams, so we'll see how that goes, because I hate the halogen look of when it's sitting. So let's go ahead and walk us through how we're going to do that. You see my very lovely bracket. It's going to need some work one day, not tonight, probably not the next night, but my grounding for my headlight harness, let's not worry about that. This is the time where I like to say, hey guys, don't forget, I'm 19 and I'm broken. Well, there goes one of them. Anyways, all right, let's go ahead and unplug this. Let's take a look at that stock bulb. There we go. It's actually kind of burnt out, so this actually might not be such a bad time for me to swap in the LED. So here we go, boom, boom, and let's see how that'll fit in. Let's see. How goodly am I gonna do this? Guess I just said goodly. Where is... I can't quite... I'm a silly guy, and that's actually for my my headlight, so my low beams. I got it flipped up because I ordered a different set. So I was trying to fit my headlight, my low beam bulb, into my high beam. So now I have it in the right spot, and let's see how it looks. I'm gonna go turn on my headlights real quick, and let's see the difference that it makes. Sitting in my garage here, I can already see a huge difference. So that's the LED, obviously. That's the halogen. Already a significant difference on this side here versus this. So, looking good so far. Let's get that other bulb in now. I just finished throwing my my driver's side light on, so now we have LED for the daytime lights, and let's see how it looks. I am actually kind of dumbfounded on how huge of a difference this is already. I haven't even been on the road with it yet, but hey, looking at that, the lighting makes such a huge difference, especially the fog lamps with the front mount, with the STI badge, with the hella horns. It's looking so beautiful to me right now, compared to where I came from. So yeah, looking good. And now let's go through some of like the tuning update, and then walk you through under the hood how it looks and how it stands now. So my most recent modification that I made was this catch can right here. It was an Amazon catch can, literally 40 bucks. Came with the breather filter, came with the bracket. I just kind of I screwed in an existing hole already here. That's how I mounted it. And then obviously I have one PCV tube go into the supercharger. That's the inlet. And then I have one going on the out, which if you follow it up here, over here, it's going to the stock PCV line into the motor block. This is the pipe, the tubing for everything else is. This is just an empty line. This was actually capped off on the stock intake manifold, so I just teed off from here instead, just because it just looks less cluttered. Before I had everything here, it was just ugly to me. So not like the whole thing's ugly, but at least it was less ugly now. I have my one blow-off valve here. I have my second blow-off valve there. Still have my front mount held up on the tension of the clamps and the bungee cord, but hey, again, work in progress, like I said. So that's for that there. I think I walked you guys through the supercharger already. I repainted this black because I wanted to blend in with the engine bay more. Oh, and the lightweight pulley. The lightweight pulley I got for an FA motor because FA and FB have the same positioning and size for the crankshaft. So I went ahead and bought it. It was $90 on Amazon from Parent, so it was still name brand. Noticed a pretty significant difference. The biggest fear, obviously, like with any lightweight pulley, is the change of weight can skip timing. But my frame of thinking, again, not a professional. Let me make that clear. Take everything I say with like, oh, okay, this is some random kid who just kind of did this, okay? So please, this is my advisory. Do at your own risk. Anyways, basically, my frame of thinking was the added tension and weight of the supercharger turbines being pulled by the belt. Adding the lightweight counteracts that. Is that accurate? No. But is that what I did to justify it? Yes. So there's that. My plan to make more boost, and then I'll walk us through where I'm at with the tuning right now. But my plan to make more boost on the EJ 257 motors, their crankshaft, their crankshaft pulley is dual. So they have basically two. It's like this, but doubled out here. And what I would like to do, since this is just a tensioner pulley, this is not connected to anything. This is just to keep tension. I would like to get one of those here, and then move my supercharger out an inch and have a separate pulley for the supercharger and keep the stock belt here. Hopefully, theoretically, not even theoretically, but it actually will make more boost. That's just how a supercharger works. Shorter radius for the pulley equals more boost. So for tuning, I wanted to come inside because it got pretty cold. So right now, I have in my possession the 440cc WRX light blue injectors, and for 4 pounds of boost, right now, that's all I would really need. Although the recommended method, according to Hugo Harding, the guy who with the Turbo Crosstrek and also BR Tuning, the company that I'm doing my tuning with, we're recommending the AEM fuel pump, which I do have here as well, and 565 STI injectors. So right now I have this could work. Probably going to go ahead and just get the upgraded STI injectors because there's no point in having a lower one when I'm going to be making more boosts eventually. So those are for the injectors so far. So I'm going to probably go ahead and buy. Now this is my AEM high flow fuel pump, which I'll be installing later down the road as well. Later down the road being the only reason why I'm waiting for the tuning. I just about have everything in my possession now. I have my fuel pump, I have injectors, not the right ones, so I'll wait for that. I have my Tactrix cable. I also have here, which I'll go through, it's my my wideband, my AEM wideband. This is going to give me a very accurate reading of my fuel to air ratio and allow them to tune it. So they needed this. I have that installed, except for this part, because this is my Denso oxygen sensor that I'll still need to go ahead and install because I need to weld in a new bunk. Can't use my existing one. So that will be a project for later. The reason why I am waiting for the tune is I did order a new front pipe for my car because the front pipe that I do have right now is welded right onto my NVIDIA exhaust. So I do have a new exhaust. It's an NVIDIA exhaust still, but the dual tip instead of the single for the WRX hatch because those exhausts fit almost perfectly. And so I'm going to wait for my new front pipe to come in so that way my exhaust can be fully bolted on instead of welded on, so I don't have to worry about leaks given that I'm the one welding. So after I get that pipe in from eBay, because I did get an eBay, some seller was trying to get rid of theirs, so I got it for a pretty nice price. $138 was my end price with shipping and everything, so not bad. So once that comes in, I'll get welding on for the new bung for this, so I can get that installed properly this time, because I will need to drill and weld for this bung for this, so I can keep my stock O2 sensor and add the new wideband. So that's for the wideband. The wideband's already wired in. All I have to do is get this part plugged in and welded on the new bung. So that's that. This just came in the mail, my Tactrix cable. That's going to have to get linked to my Subi edit software. So the one that I was recommended to get by the tuner at BR Tuning was the personal version. So there's a light version, a personal version, and a pro version. The light version's $100. You get a limited access personals, like you get access like the pro, except it's only to one vehicle, and then the pro is like you get the editing software and logging and all of that for multiple vehicles. So I'll get this connected up to my software after I download it on my laptop. And then BR Tuning can send me a stock tune to run while they figure out tuning for my car. Then I'll throw in the injectors and the fuel pump. They'll tune it remotely, and boom, I'll be tuned, hopefully before the end of this year. So, tuning-wise, what I had to purchase, and I'm being completely honest because I would enjoy seeing other people do the same build. AEM wideband gauge and sensor, everything was $185. The high flow fuel pump was about $120. Tactrix cable was about $180. Then the injectors I got for free included when I bought the supercharger kit from Phil XV. However, the new STI injectors, I could probably get a pair anywhere between $50 and $100. And then the Subaru Edit software is about $150. And then the tune itself from BR Tuning is $350. So everything combined, the hardware needed, the upgraded fuel pump injectors, the software, the hardware, everything all together is about $1,150 total, $1,150, I think. I don't know. I can't do math, so I apologize if that's the wrong number. It's about that much. Today's video, that's about it. I'm glad I got to walk you guys through what's going on with the supercharger build right now as I go through the tuning route with BR Tuning, and also, figure out what I want to do next for the build. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you have any questions, please drop it in the comments, and of course, feel free to subscribe and follow along with my supercharged Subaru.